Hello YouTube, it's your boy Nathan coming to you to do another recap video. Today we are talking 90 Day Fiancé The Other Way Season 5 Episode 5, My So-Called Wi-Fi. So we're just going to get right onto it. Not much really went down in this episode. We didn't see Holly and Wayne in this episode. But I'm going to start with Danielle and Johan. So Danielle and Johan, they're now in talks of having a baby again. Now, back on their first season of Love in Paradise, Danielle went to a fraternity clinic and she was told she couldn't have any kids. And she would have to, if she wanted kids, try to do it the hard way. So she's still in the DR. Her friends came to the DR and they go to this little beach town area. And in the car, Danielle said that she wants to get a bacterial device or whatever to see if the water's good or not, because it could be sensitive to her woman area and stuff. And they get there and there was a cow, and Danielle's friends were freaked out over the cow because it was just so big and stuff, and they never seen a cow like that and that so close, and it had an accident in front of them too. So after that, they all sat together, Danielle and Johan and them, and they said, Johan just thinks that to conceive a baby, it could be just have a lot of sex and everything. And maybe it might be true, but with Danielle's age, but it's possible because Danielle mentioned that she already has a 22-year-old son as it is, and she says she wants a kid now, but 2 years from now, she don't know if she would want one again. So, they're discussing that and everything, and, that was basically it. They're just discussing the big topic is them having a baby. And I know Johan really wants to be a father because he's a great uncle. Danielle did mention that if she does have a kid with Johan, she wants Johan to be an adult and not another child, because she don't want to raise a child plus Johan as well. And because she sometimes think that Johan is, acts childish at times. Last season he did, so I'm hoping he matured up this season, because he did last season act a little childish. I'll give her that. I'll give her that. So yeah, that was Danielle and Johan. Next couple I'm going to talk is Kirsten and Julio. So, last week it was the big fight with them, with Julio just acting wishy-washy, not telling his family and friends that he's moving to the Netherlands. This episode, Kirsten's getting ready to leave, and they're out to breakfast, and they're having potatoes and stuff. And Kirsten said that she's never had potatoes for breakfast and stuff. So they're discussing the move again. She asked him, are you sure you want to move to the Netherlands at this point? Because you're being really wishy-washy. You're not telling your family anything. What's going on? And he's just yeah, but I'm going to miss my food though. And then they got into this big topic about certain foods that he likes to eat that he may not get to eat here at the Netherlands and stuff. And Kirsten's what's all of this got to do with food? You really don't want to come down to the Netherlands because of food and stuff. And he was no, not just that. If you cook me the stuff that I like, then we'll be good. And she's yeah, I would, but there's more to it than that. And Kirsten and Julio, they just want to basically, Julio wants Kirsten to stay in America for 3 months. And Kirsten does not want to move to America at all. She don't really like it here. She's biting her tongue the whole time here. But she's not really feeling it like that. It's they promised the Netherlands. He promised to move to her, and he's just getting influenced by a lot of people getting in his head and stuff and everything. And she don't like that because that was not the plan. So, that's all we've seen out of them, but, it was just amazing and funny how he just got into the big topic about food with it, basically. So, yeah, Julio, he a nice guy, but I've been Team Kirsten this season because, he don't know what he doing, and he don't know what he wants. So, yeah, that was Kirsten and Julio. Next couple is Kenny and Armando. So we didn't see Kenny, we just seen Armando. Last week he had the heart-to-heart conversation with his mother. about the possible move to Mexico City. This episode, is a continuation of that. He said he held back because of Hannah was present. So it was just him and the mom. They go back out again, and he again pours his heart out to his mom. He mentioned that, like, after Hannah's mom died, and, like, him coming out, and after Hannah's mom died, he didn't get much support from the family and from the mother. Like, he fell into a dark place. He almost felt like he was almost like suicidal, because he had, like, didn't have a purpose, and the only thing that saved them with his grace was Hannah. And he was like, you know what, I cannot, like, put Hannah through that. She already lost her mom. She's not going to lose her father and everything. And he told the mother, like, you weren't all that there for me during that time. And the mother started crying and saying, like, I'm sorry, I wasn't, and everything. And so, like, Armando just opened up all about his past wounds and stuff, about, coming out, not the support from the parents, Hannah's mom dying and everything. He really, in his mind, had it rough in his mind. And thank God for him. And it was really thank God for Hannah, he said, because Hannah, like, really was, like, his saving grace and got him through, like, all of those demons that were inside his head. He said something that when he came out gay, he was just like, he tried to pray the gay away and stuff. And I'm just, when he said that, I was just like, dude, like, if that's what you are, that's what you are. You don't have to pray it away. I know society, I know how it is with society and cultural things, but if that's you, that's you. You stay true to yourself, Armando. Stay true to yourself, you know. So, like, I commend Armando for opening up about those past wounds. And, he was really emotional. The mother was really emotional. And, yeah. So, I hope that the mother just comes to a realization that, just let her son be happy. If he's happy with Kenny and Hannah and they doing their thing, whatever it's in the city that they live in or Mexico City, then just let it be. They're already married. You've been to the wedding. They treat each other right. That's all that should matter. It really should be. So, yeah, that was Kenny and Armando. Next couple I'm going to talk is Brandon and Mary. Lord have mercy. So last week, Brandon arrived to the Philippines and he stayed the night in Mary's room. And they slept on opposite sides of the bed, head to toe and stuff. And he was kind of taken back because he thought that he was going to get his groove on with Mary because they've been doing it a lot over the phone and stuff. But in person, it's just a whole different story. And now he's just like a little blindsided by it. So this episode, Brandon wakes up and, the roosters are loud and they wake him up. Mary comes and checks him and says, how you sleep? He was like, okay, like, wasn't the most comfortable night. So he gets up, he gets a bath, shower, whatever bucket, whatever they got there. And, Mary starts feeding him. She fed him some kind of chicken and some kind of, I forget what it was. It didn't really look all that appetizing, but she was like, I'm trying to get Brandon to gain some weight. I want Brandon to be chubby so he could be a big teddy bear. I was like, oh, I never heard that before. That's the first time I ever heard someone say that on the show. So they started eating and that. So then Brandon was like, I think I want to tell your grandfather that we kissed at the airport. And Mary's just like, no, oh, why? Like, he was like, I don't like lies or keeping secrets. And so Brandon had plans to go to the farm with Mary's grandfather to do some farm work and stuff. But this farm work was completely different. He had this, like, water buffalo that he had to, like, ride a pack, like, carry. Like, it was like pulling. I don't know. It was just weird. I never seen anything like it. It was just big water buffalo. And he was like it was like being pushed to something. I don't know. It was kind of odd. And yeah, I just never seen that. And Brandon had said that, when he thought about farming, he didn't think anything like that. He thought it would just be a lot of like milking cows and planting food and all that, and like like really pulling a water buffalo wasn't part of the plan. So it was interesting. So after that, he sat down with Mary's grandfather, and he told the truth. He's like, so at the airport, me and Mary kissed, and the grandfather was just like, what? And then he had a look in his eye and like, he told in his confessional that he's not happy about it, but then he told Brandon and Mary like he Brandon asked him like, is if do I have your permission to continue kissing her? And he's like, yes, but you guys need to be married. And we were just like, okay, great, but what do you mean be married? Like right now? And everything. And Brandon was like, like, I'm glad I got the blessing to do that, but like, I just got here. Like, I ain't thinking about I want to marry one day, but trying to, like, not right now. So I got the blessing right now. So I was surprised that the grandfather, he was upset, but then he was like, I'll allow it, basically. So he allows it. So case closed with that. Later, we see Brandon and Mary go out to meet with Mary's friends. Now, these are the same friends that Mary unplugged the router with a couple episodes ago while Brandon was sleeping to go hang out with. Freaking hypocrite. So Brandon and Mary go and meet with Mary's guy friends and everything. They talk and everything. And one of her friends throws Mary under the bus and told Brandon that, Mary sometimes unplugs the router and comes hang out with us. And Brandon, he was just blindsided. He's like, did you really do that? Mary starts crying, like, yes, and everything. And he was like, if I would have did that, you would have had a fit. You would have not forgave me. And you always told me that whenever that happens, it's a power outage. And for the record, there's been no power outages since I've been here. So she starts crying and she admits, like, yeah, I would feel sad if he did that. I'm sorry, blah, blah, blah. But her friend, her friend just gonna be like throwing her under the bus like that. That wasn't cool. So, and to make her cry like that in public, that wasn't, yeah, that really wasn't cool. So, yeah, I mean, they made up from that, and Brandon just says, I like honesty, and I want us to be honest with each other all the time. And that's what it basically is. Just be honest with each other all the time. So, yeah, so that was Brandon and Mary. Last couple I want to talk is TJ and Kimberly. So, Lord have mercy with these two. TJ and Kimberly. So the last couple weeks, we've seen Kimberly had a big meltdown and everything. This episode, like, TJ and Kimberly finally like talk civil and everything. Like she said, like, I'll try to stop cussing at you and everything. I just wanted this to be done, this and that and whatever. So they somewhat make up from that. Then they have like a little wedding, like pre-wedding party, because they're getting married in a week, I believe. Yeah, they're getting married in a week, and they have a pre-wedding party where they're stuffing like sweets in their mouths and everything. TJ had said that his parents are really mad at Kimberly for all the yelling and stuff. Kimberly did say that she texted the mother and apologized for that, but the mother is like really like, the mother said like, I'm mad at Kimberly and she knows that I know that. You don't come in here, start screaming and disrupting our house like that. Like, who do you think you are, basically? So they have this, and then like TJ and Kimberly had this conversation about traditional Indian housewife and everything. Like, Kimberly asked TJ, like, what would I be doing as a married person? And like basically the Indian housewife, cooking and the cleaning and all that and everything. And then he had the nerve to say, I'm not going to tell Kimberly all of it right now and stuff. And I'm just like, you know what, dude? You're not in this for her. You're in this for yourself. And somebody on Pillow Talk said the same thing. Like, I mean, you're not going to tell her what all she has to do until you're married. That's messed up. That's messed up. I don't know who he think he is, but that's messed up. And speaking of he don't know who he think he is. Let's talk about the brother. So after the party, the next day, TJ had to go to work, so Kimberly and TJ's brother hung out and everything. and they had to go somewhere to pick up some things. Then they got into a huge conversation. The brother said that Kimberly like like said that TJ like sacrificed a lot, and it just got into a big debate. Well, Kimberly is like he the brother was like, well, TJ made the house for you, or made that area for you. And Kimberly was like, okay, yeah, but I sacrificed a lot. I left another country to come be with him and everything. And then Kimberly asked, like, I have a lot to do before I get welcomed into the family. And like, if I want to eat garlic, can I eat garlic? And the brother was like, no. Like, if I want to eat pork, go back to eating meats and pork, can I do that? And he's like, no, like, we don't do that here. Like, if you want to do that, fine, but that's not the way. You won't get accepted in our family doing that. And then she was like, this is why I didn't want to come here, really. This was not my first choice. I'm here for TJ and everything, but all of these rules and stuff, this is just not me. And the brother's like, well, who is stopping you and everything? And she's like, I'm here for TJ, basically. And then they just started arguing and screaming at each other. And then the brother called her stupid. He said, you're showing stupidity, like with what you're saying and everything. And she lost it. She was like, how dare you? Don't you ever call me stupid ever again. And we left on a cliffhanger. The brother came in just really hot, came in really judgmental, came in really ignorant and everything. And we see the previews of next week. The brother and TJ and the brother are going to have a conversation about that. The brother was just so ignorant. He said, like really, Kimberly couldn't do anything, has to do exactly what they say, or else it ain't going to work in the family. And that is, you know what, that is completely wrong. That is completely wrong. Like we see, and I've seen culture differences, but sometimes I think some cases it's like every family is different. Like, okay, like with these Indian couples, let's go back for a little bit. Jenny and Submit. Now I understand that the age gap thing is not common in India, but Submit's mother was really hard on him like that and disowned him for that. But eventually the father and the brother and the sister-in-law accepted Jenny. Then you had Jen and Rishi, same thing with the age thing. I don't know where they stand at the moment, but but I think we could work with them. If they get another season, I think we could work with Rishi's family. Now you got TJ's family. Now there's no age gap, but there's just the traditional stuff. Now Kimberly, they don't want Kimberly coming in and being disrespectful and screaming and disrupting the whole house. But Kimberly does have a right to be who she wants to be and everything. And if the brother can't handle it, it's not his business. So each family is different, but eventually they could be worked on. But this brother, I don't know. But what his brother did, he called her stupid. That was it. I just wanted to I really wanted to knock him out from that. So yeah, you don't call a girl stupid, especially on camera. Especially someone you don't know, especially your future sister-in-law. Showing stupidity. No, she's American. And she has sacrificed a lot, and he didn't do what he said he was going to do when he fixed up that place. He was like, just get a freaking door by the bathroom with the bathroom and everything. But she's shown stupidity because maybe she wants to eat garlic, maybe she wants to eat pork again, maybe she wants some meat again. Who does he think he is? So hopefully in the next episode, TJ puts the brother in his place, because that was wrong. Anyway, guys, that was the end of my review. Again, we didn't see Holly and Wayne in this episode. Yeah, so thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe to my channel. I'll be back on next week to recap Before the 90 Days and The Other Way. And also next week we'll be doing The Last Resort. So we'll see how that goes, and I'll see y'all next week. Have a great one.